Good afternoon, everyone. Chief Meteorologist James Zahara here, along with weather anchor Peter Warner. We're here to, of course, give you an update on the latest snowfall, as well as the other round of snow going into the weekend. Glad you can join us here on the News 8 Plus app.
The cold.
And the cold.
It's so busy.
It's a grab bag of winter weather. Let's put it that way. Glad you can join us here on the News 8 Plus app. And look, we even have it on our phone as well. On the Facebook page, where we'd be more than happy to even take some questions for you. I'm still trying to get my feet back on the ground again after being gone for like about a week or so.
And
look what I come back with.
Yeah, he deserves the time off. He works.
I don't know.
He works way too hard.
I don't know about that. But hey, we're glad you can join us. If you have any questions regarding this snow or that snow on Saturday or that serious cold that's coming in, please get on the Facebook page, throw that question on there, and hopefully we'll be able to answer it. This is on Peter's phone right here. He's got it right here
ready
for those questions. Let's first talk about what we're seeing now, eventually what we're going to be seeing next, and what's going to be new, especially when it comes to any snowfall amounts. We're always tweaking those just a little bit.
Yes, especially with these clipper systems too, right? They shift a lot. We talked about that throughout the week here leading up to this event, that they can shift even within 12 hours of the event further south 25, 50 miles and really change things a lot. Right.
Any wobbling with that track, you know, even a county or two north or south, makes a huge difference as far as snowfall amounts are concerned, because we're talking about this span of snow about a 4-county width size.
Yep.
4-county width size. So any little wobbling that we see, and that certainly could make a big change. Good news is roadways that we're seeing are still looking pretty good. And in fact, take a look at our cameras that we have on Interstate 80. That takes us from the Quad Cities all the way to Iowa City. I'm not seeing as far as any snowflakes, especially around the Iowa City area, but otherwise we're looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, looking pretty good there. We've been watching this today, and again, we aren't really starting to see those impacts just beyond a few flakes maybe throughout the area just yet.
Right, so any traveling you have to do, especially right about the mid-afternoon hours, you're going to be looking pretty good. Of course, Interstate 74 looking pretty good as well. Let's go to our road conditions, which covers eastern half of Iowa and the northern half of Illinois. And the good news is, you know, anywhere we see green, that's always good.
Green light.
Green light, yeah, that means go. Everything's clean right there. We are seeing a little bit of a challenge, though, I would say, between Des Moines and Iowa City. I think that's probably the Grinnell or Williamsburg area.
Yes, that is Poweshiek County. I messed that up last time. Poweshiek County.
I'm glad you said it and not me.
Yes.
Let's put it that way, There's some snow falling, and certainly it is definitely touching the ground there. So where is this snow in an overall picture? You can see where that band of snow is actually taking place, and you can see that nice white band. Let me see if I can get the trusty arrow out here.
It's always helpful.
This is where we're seeing a nice little band of some snowfall right here, and that certainly is connected to what we've been seeing on the road conditions out to our west as well.
Yeah, that's exactly where it is, and it's pretty much following the exact track we were kind of thinking about, right? Where we were going to be wondering or placing, I guess, the heaviest band. That's what we were looking for. That's where you're going to see the highest totals, where kind of that one real corridor of that band ends up, and that's tracking kind of right towards where we think that heavier band will be.
Exactly. In fact, the farther north and east as you go, it's going to be pretty hard to see any serious accumulation take place. Here's kind of a wider view of the clipper, as Peter just mentioned, racing his way from northwest to southeast. So if it kind of holds this path, we do expect to see the higher amounts take place near the Quad Cities, but especially off to our south and west.
Yeah, right around the Highway 34 corridor this time, and it looks like probably the highest totals that we could be seeing.
Right, and given the temperatures that we're noticing, this is going to be a
light fluffy snow.
Very much so.
Oh my goodness. The temperature is only right around 25, 26 degrees right now, and aloft it's even colder.
Even colder still. So of course, snow shoveling should be a breeze when it comes to that. So that is that one wave, and of course, we have one more snow event that has to go. Hasn't really kicked in yet. It's still in its developing stages, but that's the one that actually is going to follow the same path as this one.
It's almost a rinse and repeat looking at the models that we're seeing right now, the snowfall totals, kind of that, you know, heavier band, looking to be, again, this is just a trend right now, but to be moving to that same spot for our friends, say Mount Pleasant, Burlington, Monmouth, Roseville area.
Right.
Similar again.
Yeah, so that really is not expected to change all too much. The models have been very consistent of that. The only real change that this low has compared to the one we're experiencing right now is there's some serious cold that is behind this.
No bueno. That's one way to put it.
Not good at all. You're absolutely right. So once again, let's show you the area that we'll be seeing some of the accumulation. And you can see this narrow band. Look at the width of this.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really about 4 counties, maybe 5 in length that we see here. So areas really from the Quad Cities and points southward has that chance of seeing 1 to even as high as 4 inches of snow. The higher amounts, and keep in mind the 4 inches, it's going to be very isolated, I think.
Yes, I think so. And even more so, I think there's that potential we've seen from the National Weather Service of maybe up to 5 in some spots, but that's even more localized. I think most likely most of our hometowns see around 3.
Right. I think for the Quad Cities, 2 inches is looking pretty legit.
Yes.
Maybe even 3. That's kind of what we're looking at here in the Quad Cities. And the more north and east as you go, very little of any snow. So if you're watching us in Galena, Lanark, Sterling Rock Falls, and even Princeton, you make it a dusting 1/2 inch out of that. But right now, what we're seeing, given the latest track, that is where we're going to be seeing the best chance for some of that accumulating snow. And as Peter mentioned, more south and especially west as you go in southeastern Iowa, around Washington and Mount Pleasant, maybe near Burlington, possibly near Macomb. That's where you can see 3, even 4 inches of that dry, fluffy snow. So there's the winter weather advisory. And more importantly, that's where we have our weather impact alert.
Yes.
Going into the evening commute especially. That's where you have to kind of take it slow out there. Give yourself plenty of distance between you and the car in front of you.
Take it slow, and also, as we always like to say, check those road conditions before you go.
Absolutely.
Right?
Check
it
those
helps
road
you
conditions.
know maybe where you could be seeing those significant impacts, and you might want to take an alternate route sometimes.
Absolutely. That's always a good thing. Here's our future track. This is 7 o'clock in the evening. You can see where the snow will be flying, but it's going to be out of here.
Quickly.
Peter, before midnight that we see. And that will just leave behind a lot of clouds going into the rest of the night. Maybe a few breaks in areas off to our north and east, but generally more clouds and any real chance for some clearing as we go through the overnight hours. Temperatures, let's talk about the snowfall amounts that we see here. And this, we've been tweaking it every single hour here and there.
Yep.
So a legit 2 inches really for a lot of our hometowns. I still think, 3 inches or maybe even a little higher as you go a bit farther to south, whereas farther north and east as you go, you can see why we don't have the weather impact alert, or at least we don't have any winter weather advisories out for areas off to our north and east.
No, and we were talking about that last night, this morning, and myself.
That's a tongue twister.
That's a tongue twister, right? Morgan and I were looking at it. Their shift has pretty much happened, each model run moving down about a county at a time over the last about 12 hours or so.
And that can still change a little bit going into the next few hours or so.
Yeah, and looking at what we're seeing from our friends at the National Weather Service, our friends more so in central Illinois, I think, are seeing the heavier impact now.
Okay, when it comes to this wave that's coming out.
Yes, this wave coming in now.
Sure.
And you can see that at the bottom of the screen there
with that
as well.
purple shaded area that you see there. That could be in some isolated areas 5 or even 6 inches of snow. That's what we're looking at there. Very good. Let's kind of make our way into the overnight hours. This is what I was going to get at, but temperatures won't fall too much, averaging around 20 degrees or so from the Quad Cities and points south, where we're not seeing much snow, a lot more cold air to overcome. That's where numbers will be solid in them around the mid-teens or so.
Yeah, and the clouds will help as well. We always like clouds in the winter.
Yes.
That's my thing I always like to joke about. Whenever I'm helping out in the mornings, guys, we have clouds this morning. That's good news.
That's a blanket right there.
That's a blanket.
That's a blanket right there. So, of course, if we didn't have those clouds, then those temperatures would easily be about 10 degrees colder.
And that's something to watch this weekend.
That's right. We're going to get to that in just a little bit.
Yeah.
How about going into our Friday? Really don't expect to see any organized chance for snow, maybe a few flurries going in the morning hours. Yeah. But then otherwise, it's going to be a cloudy to mostly cloudy Friday, and it's going to stay cold. I think temperatures, which are currently right around those mid-20s as we speak, mid-upper 20s, that's not going to change all too much when it comes to our highs tomorrow.
Very rinse and repeat pattern. The high pressure is going to move in and keep us pretty stable, at least through tomorrow.
Right. So any traveling you have to do tomorrow, you're going to be just fine.
And I think the morning commute as well is going to be looking pretty good based on still some travel impacts.
For Friday, tomorrow morning.
Yes, that's some good news to point out, too, is the plows will have about, 7-8 hours during the least busy time on the roads to help get them cleared for that Friday morning commute.
That makes a big difference given the fact that snow is going to end before midnight. So you have all that time to get those roads cleared off. So, that is going to be really good news. Hopefully we don't have any delays for kids heading off to school, and more importantly, some of the roadways around town. Of course, no matter what, we're going to let everyone know come tomorrow morning on Good Morning Quad Cities.
Yes, that'll be the first thing you probably see.
That's right. Let's kind of move on here then as we make our way. And I think I might have missed a map here. This is going into our Saturday. We're going to talk about, okay, we're going to get to the cold here in just a little bit. But yeah, I was going to show that snow coming in. But this is that next round of snow. And as you can see, as you just mentioned, Peter, very similar amounts that we're looking at compared to what we're looking at going into our Saturday. In fact, I think I have. Let me see if I have it here.
Yes, this is a good one.
This is the one that kind of shows that snow coming in on Saturday morning. I'm going to backtrack a little bit because I did notice that my model output for the snowfall actually
just updated.
updated. Yeah.
We do get new data right around now. Around 3:30 is when that next round of data comes in.
Right. I want to go backtrack here a little bit because I want to see if I can go ahead and kind of update this here because it's always changing. We know that, so it's kind of one of the model runs that we have here. I'll make a quick little change here.
Yes, and with these new ones, we always like to verify its accuracy before we just throw it on there.
Right.
We like to look at it and compare it to other models that came out at the same time and see if there's actual agreement or if it's maybe an oddball. So.
Right. Exactly. So I'm going to try and see if I can get to. Let's see here. I think it was the 0Z run. This is what kind of I had. That makes a lot of sense to me.
I agree with that one a lot more as well, looking at some stuff I saw this morning.
Right, and there are still some signs that the snow axis itself that we see here may still shift, like you said, another county possibly south.
That's what happens with these clipper systems. And an interesting trend to watch will also be where our jet stream lies, because that's what's driving all these. We have kind of the perfect setup for all these clippers, and if it's continuing that southward trend, we could continue to see that southward push.
Right. Exactly. And once again, areas to our north and east may dodge another one and just have to deal with all the cold that's going to be coming in this upcoming weekend. So snowfall amounts doesn't look all too bad overall for that second round.
And that's going to be, sorry to interrupt, I was going to say that's going to be even fluffier because look at the temperature that we're seeing on Saturday.
Absolutely. This is going to be another dry, fluffy snow that we're anticipating with that. But it's really about this serious cold that is coming in. This is ridiculous.
It does not look fun, let me tell you that.
I mean, we're talking about those wind chills throughout all of Saturday, below zero. Daytime highs are going to be struggling to get out of the single digits. And then overnight lows are looking in the minus single digits. And you're talking about wind chills by near dawn on Sunday.
Yeah.
Possibly as cold as 15 to 30 degrees below zero.
Yeah. I mean, it's what we get at this time of year, right? You develop that snowpack. That impacts those feels like temperatures. And even just a light wind. Once you get to those negative 10 numbers, you can see that feels like impact immediately drops.
Exactly. I mean, we're only talking about a 10-mile-an-hour wind from that stage going into Saturday night into Sunday morning. So it doesn't take much to really drop those wind chills. Folks, this is what it's going to really feel like outside when you factor in just a little bit of that wind. The only good news on Sunday is we actually bring back a lot of sunshine.
That's not bad at all, right? Oh, my goodness. I don't think anyone will be mad about the sunshine. And also, you know, I've had some people ask, and I'm curious what your thoughts are on this, is why haven't we issued a weather impact alert for Sunday morning? I mean, Sunday night into Monday. And
right, because when we're talking about wind chills, maybe in the minus single digits, it takes much longer for any type of frostbite to take place, like 45 minutes or so.
Yes.
Whereas if you're talking about wind chills around 20, 30 degrees below zero, any exposed skin, you're actually talking about, under 10 minutes, maybe 5. Okay, that's the big concern. It's a drastic change from minus single digit wind chills to wind chills between 20 and 30 below. A major change indeed.
It is.
Yeah.
Something to keep note of.
Absolutely. Good point. Glad you brought that up. Of course, this has been tweaking here and there, and once again, all depends on how much wind. But this is kind of the worst case scenario that we're looking at come 7 a.m. on Sunday morning.
Yeah, is this some new data that just came in?
I think there was a little bit of a grid adjustment here.
Is that a grid adjustment?
Yeah, but this is kind of the gist behind it here. Let me see. I might have actually tweaked it a little bit. Yeah, I have. Let me see. Let me see if I can go ahead and change that a little bit. But I think this is going to go to more between minus 20 and minus 30.
Yeah.
And that you can see, there we go.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
so it's not too much of a change from the grid that I had, but
the grid is adjusted to be what's actually going to happen.
What's actually going to happen, exactly. So that's kind of what we're looking at right there. The most common numbers that we're looking at for wind chills come early on Sunday morning.
Ooh, yeah,
that's nasty.
That's about 10 to 15 minutes. at best.
Yes.
Before you can start to see that health risk.
Yeah, that's the big concern. So this is why we have that weather impact alert going into at least Sunday morning, and then this is all going to look much better as we make our way into Monday morning itself. Later that Sunday, going into Monday morning. All right, let's go and take a look at our 8 and our exclusive 14-day tracker. Love the bell, by the way.
Oh, it's so nice, isn't it? It's calming. It's calming.
It's nice, too, with these temperatures that we're seing going into later next week, if you're getting kind of sick and tired of all this winter cold.
I think a lot of us are getting to that point, James. My goodness. Yeah, it's going to be really nice to see those warmer temperatures. The one downfall is the snowpack might start to lose itself a little bit as we head towards Christmas.
Yeah, it was a big difference, especially, 2 days ago or so, when we had temperatures actually in the evening hours around the lower 40s or so.
Yeah, around midnight.
Not a lot of that snow.
It was about 44 degrees here in the Quad Cities at midnight.
Midnight, oh my goodness. So there was a lot of snow, and I mean, we lost at least half or 3/4 of that snow.
Oh yeah, I saw
That was on the
grass
ground.
at my apartment. The grass is back out.
I got a lot of grass. My dogs don't like that.
No, I was going to say.
They're trying to eat as much snow as they can.
They were having too much fun in it, weren't they?
Of course, I'll be a little excited about seeing this new snow that's coming in. But yeah, the trend still looks like some pretty cold numbers coming in. In fact, next round of wet weather may be coming in late Wednesday night.
Yes.
But not in the form of snow, but in the form of some rain showers, given those temperatures.
Yes, that's the trend we've been watching. So I know yesterday I had rain/snow because you're right on the borderline when it came to the forecast of those temperatures. But it's starting to trend a little bit warmer. I was looking at that.
Right.
Which is good news.
Yeah, very good news. And if you're doing any traveling going into the holiday week,
oh, there he is.
Actually, that's not looking too bad either. Oh, I had to put Santa in there. Come on, doing a little waving there. That's,
oh, my goodness.
That's on Christmas Eve, and of course, Thursday of that day is Christmas Day itself. So you can see how those temperatures are staying above freezing. Traveling should be fine right now, at least trending that way all into that week. The only problem is, will we or will we not see any snow on the ground? And with that, it doesn't look very good.
Doesn't look too good.
Yeah.
I know we've had a lot of questions about that as well. I've heard about it. I know Morgan was asked about it this morning. That's kind of the sad news for this.
Right. We're going to do this. I think is my phone going off? I think it is. And that's my phone way back there.
Yeah.
I'll get that later.
No.
But instead, how about we go to your phone, and as we do, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can go ahead and pop up, if we can actually pop up the radar behind us here. That would be great. I'm going to pop it up here in just a second. And as we have that up, and I'll expand it out a little bit, okay, show you all that snow that's trying to make its way across the area. Let's go ahead and take some of those questions.
Yeah. Let's see. Chris was just saying, good to see you back, James.
It's great to be back. Great to be back.
The best of the best.
Oh, stop. Okay, I'll take the snow off your car.
He's going to still see you on Saturday at the Christmas walk. You're going to be judging, correct?
Yes, I'll be judging out there. And that's another thing. I know that the chamber out there over in Geneseo did throw out a Facebook page post saying that, hey, the Christmas walk, even with the cold coming in and a little bit of snow, is still on.
It's still on.
It is still on. So all they're saying, that the only thing they're stressing is just make sure you bundle up, okay?
Exactly.
Plenty of shops along the drag there to go in, maybe get some hot cocoa or whatever.
Warm up.
But just make sure you all bundle up. And if you're all bundled up, you're going to be fine. And it's going to be a great time. I know they've been working so hard for this Christmas walk because of what happened last year.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a great turnout. Just bundle up and you're going to be fine. At least I'm going to do that too. So make sure you get those waves going, and I know that Santa's going to be there too.
Santa is coming. Oh my goodness.
Got my list right back there.
Oh wow.
Several pages long.
Several pages long?
Yeah.
Let's see. Tyler's wondering how much snow is expected this weekend, and with the recent melting of snow in many places, are we still expecting the white Christmas? I know we were just talking about that.
Yeah, we were just talking about it, and right now, and we're just the messengers here, folks. We're just messengers.
That's all I want. I haven't had a white Christmas before.
That's right.
That's all I want.
Right now, it doesn't look good, but keep in mind, it's a trend, and there's a lot of things could change. You can sneak in a little disturbance, once again, maybe coming out of the northwest, or given this case, is going to be more of a zonal flow.
Yeah.
Maybe coming out of the west that could sneak in. But right now, nothing really sticks out. Now, there is a pretty impressive storm system coming in by the time we get to New Year's.
That's true.
That looks interesting. But right now, it doesn't look so promising. Now, of course, this is great news, as we mentioned, to travelers out there going into the Christmas week. Because right now, with no weather systems that we see, that's just good news all around. And not just here locally, but much of the Midwest as well.
Looking pretty
Expected
good.
to see that as well.
Looking pretty good, and it's above average temperatures. At least I saw the extended forecast for
Yeah.
a large portion of the country too.
Right.
Which is good news for
Right, 'cause-
travel.
Yeah, because the main cold is going to stay up into our north.
Yep.
That's eventually going to build back in around here, possibly by the time we get to the end of the month, maybe going to the first week of
Yep.
January. So this cold that's coming in the weekend, that blows away, and then the core of that cold in Canada is just going to try and get itself re-energized, I guess, until we get to the end of the month, going the
Yes.
first week of January.
Yes. So sorry about the white Christmas.
Sorry, yeah, well, hopefully we can change that. We
I
can
hope
change
so.
that.
Just one little clipper, just
would
enough.
be
Just
so
just a nice dusting, right?
I'll get some cream of wheat, the dry stuff, and
Oh, yeah,
flick it over the windows and things like that. So it's snowing already.
Oh my goodness. Sounds
I don't know
fun.
where that came from.
That sounds fun. Cream of wheat.
And the dry
Good.
stuff. Yeah,
It's good.
It is.
tastes pretty
yes,
darn good.
I highly recommend it
That's actually.
for us old guys.
Oh my goodness. That's all the questions we actually have right now.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Okay, that's fine. No, we appreciate it. Of course, we're going to continue to update everyone here on the News 8 Plus app. We'll be doing of course, we have the 4 o'clock show, the 5 o'clock show, the 6 o'clock show. And before I go any further, you're going to be doing a Weather on the Road
I am.
on 4 o'clock.
I am. We're going to be going to the Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds. We got some very exciting stuff to talk about there.
Okay.
A Christmas drive-through light display.
Oh, okay.
So that'll be very fun.
And it may be quite festive, in fact, especially maybe a
think I
little
will.
bit of some light snow maybe falling
It'll
around.
be nice, yeah, and I'll actually do some reporting on the snow as well during
Oh,
the current.
very
so
good.
we'll be doing
Excellent.
that during the 4 o'clock, and then we also have a 5:30 stream.
We have
right?
a 6 o'clock show, and of course, we're doing a 5:30
stream, yeah.
5:30 streaming live. Of course, by then, we'll start seeing a lot of that snow begin to fall in a lot of our hometowns. Then, of course, a 6, and then we'll do another live streaming at 8 o'clock
Oh, yeah.
this evening. And then, of course, the 10 o'clock show itself.
And we do that 8 o'clock show every night here during the week.
That's right.
So if you're ever looking for a weather update and you miss the shows themselves, you can always head there.
Already said there, absolutely. So that's something that, in this situation, we plan on doing throughout the rest of the day. And likely we'll be doing some more of those 8 Plus app updates, weather discussions going into the weekend with all the cold coming in.
Yes, I think for sure tomorrow we have the 9 a.m. and the 8 p.m. For sure.
Right.
And we might add some more depending on the latest trends and data
We'll see
we've
how
seen.
everything goes, yeah, especially going in with that next round of snow, because that can still change.
Yes.
And update on that cold that's coming in. I mean, certainly you want to think about indoor plans going into the weekend if you can. Just want to limit your time outside heading into our Saturday.
Yeah, we got one more question
Oh,
from
great.
Tyler. Fantastic. He asks some of the best questions. He's a
Tyler?
big weather fan. He's a
Oh,
big weather
wonderful.
fan. Tyler's
Excellent.
awesome. But are we expecting any cold headlines this week? And I feel like it's almost got to be
It's a guarantee.
Guarantee,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
Guaranteed on the cold headlines. I mean, I think we'll be talking about wind chill advisories, or extreme cold.
cold. Yes, they changed those headlines.
That's right. I've been here for so long.
Yeah,
You get so hooked in
See,
sync
I'm
with the old
lucky.
stuff.
I'm lucky I got it right as they rolled out. Is when I rolled out here at Channel 8, so it worked pretty well for me.
So we definitely will have those cold headlines going in.
Yeah.
Of course, the warnings and advisories, that's all put out by the National Weather Service. But safe to say we have continue. I can't even talk. We're going to continue with the weather impact
Yes.
alert, really throughout Saturday night, and at least for the first half of the day on Sunday.
Yep.
Can't get my words out. That's why I've been away for so long.
Oh,
Trying to get
goodness.
my words back together again.
Oh, it takes time.
It does.
Gotta dust it off, right, for a second.
I'll do one of these, REM stages when I make after this. How about that? Folks, thank you so much for joining us here on the News 8 Plus app. Of course, another update coming up on our 4 o'clock newscast with the current and with Shelby Kluver as well. We hope to see you then.